From Idaho's News Channel 7, this is Sunday Sports Extra.
We had to wait 302 days, who's counting, but we finally got to watch the Boise State football team play on the blue this weekend. Welcome into Sunday Sports Extra. Jay Tuss alongside Brady Frederick. Quite the return to the blue for the Broncos.
Yeah, he had everything you would ask for, I would say, and the fans really showed out. We're going to talk about that stadium atmosphere first, but it's clear. People are buying into what Boise State is building right now.
The hype is real, the energy is real, and I already can't wait for next Saturday. More on that a little bit later on. But how about this? The Broncos making their return to the blue. They were the final FBS team to play a home game this season, welcoming Portland State to town on Saturday.
Yeah, so who's going to score the first touchdown on the blue this year? Well, you want to guess this one. Cam Bates, the true freshman, getting a look on the end around. He cuts back inside, turns this into a 20-yard run into the end zone for his first career touchdown. Now, Portland State would match Boise State's scoring drive. Then after a Matt Lauder fumble, they had a chance to take the lead. Instead, going for the field goal here, the Broncos get a boost from the special teams. Sheldon Newton gets a hand on it for the block. The Broncos now have gone 26 consecutive seasons with a blocked kick of at least some kind.
That seems good. So the score remains tied at 7, but it wouldn't take long for the Broncos to start to, turn this one into a runaway for that matter. Ashton Jeanty wastes no time in his home debut of the 2024 season, goes up the middle for 68 yards, a rare occurrence. He does get caught from behind. They finally get him down at the 6-yard line. Jeanty had 11 carries for 127 yards, no touchdowns, but still a nice home opener. On to the second quarter, the Broncos go to the air. Maddox Madsen to Matt Lauder. The tight end shakes off that fumble. He had a career night, 7 catches for 91 yards, and, well, that touchdown right there.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long for another touchdown. This time, goal line opportunity. Maddox Madsen gonna hold on to it, get some space from the O-line up front. It took him a while to clear the pile, but they finally call it. He broke the plane. His first rushing touchdown of the season, the third of his career. And from here, the game kind of gets out of hand. Madsen finds Cam Camper, the transfer wide receiver, has become one of his favorite targets. Maybe it's because of plays like this. Hits him just inside the end zone. Camper has his feet down for the touchdown. The Broncos take a 35-7 lead into halftime, and Buster Bronco getting a heck of a workout last night. That's a lot of push-ups. So into the third, Portland State, great field position after a bad punt, but once again, special teams comes up. This time it's Michael Callahan getting the block out there. First time since 2021 that they blocked 2 kicks in the same game. So they keep the momentum going. Finally, we get to see a deep shot from the Bronco offense. Madsen finds Camper way downfield. How about that for some separation? 52 yards into the end zone. And from here on out, Madsen is going to get the night off.
Yeah, a lot of the starters would. Malachi Nelson would make his debut for the Broncos, taking over at quarterback. More on him in a moment because, well, another solid debut for Dylan O'Reilly. The true freshman was outstanding yesterday. He breaks off here for his first touchdown run. He had 6 carries for 96 yards. Plus the grand finale coming a little later on in these highlights.
Yeah, first we got to show you this. A great moment here. They kept feeding Tyler Crow, the Idaho native, late in the game. Finally, in a goal line set, he breaks into the end zone. A great effort getting popped at around the 3-yard line. He's still able to power his way in, and you can see him swarmed for the celebration. Always good to see a guy like him get in there. His first touchdown since back in 2021. All right, finally, we told you we had some final fireworks to show you. Dylan Riley, an incredible way to cap this game off. Breaks off to the outside, 64 yards to the house. He even breaks a pair of tackles right here. Doesn't slow him down at all. Again, a true freshman. The Boise State stable looking pretty good for years to come. Now, the expectations are always high or not super high when you're facing off with an FCS opponent, but Boise State didn't really give us much to be critical about last night. They take care of business, 56-14 as the final.
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to our offensive staff, first off, Coach Cutter and every offensive coach, and the buy-in of our players, and we know who we are offensively. We're going to run the ball. We're going to use our explosive run attack to set up our pass game. I mean, that's who we are. That's how we're going to attack defenses, and we're going to be very efficient with it. You need to. That is the only way to play offense is to be efficient.
I think our offense has done a great job. Obviously, like I've said, there's definitely room. We'll come in here on tomorrow and Monday and just be like, oh, there's certain things we can fix for sure, no doubt. But I'm proud of those guys, and it's been like a good little click that we've got going of we've seen how well we can play when we play our best. And so I think that's something that all those guys can look at, offensive side of the ball for sure, to where we know how well we can be. Let's not hold ourselves back from that.
Hey, 56 points for the second time in 3 games this season. That's a pretty good start. They're top 10 in scoring offense as well as total offense. It's hard to, I mean, I know that there are some people out there that are critical, but man, the results have been pretty good offensively so far.
Great results. Of course, you could just follow the guidance of Dirk Cutter, a guy who clearly knows what he's doing. They're really not giving a lot to be critical of. I know a lot of people just like to deal out some criticism.
Yeah. It's crazy too. I mean, honestly, they've kind of made it look easy at times too on offense. So this week will be an awesome challenge, and can't wait for that. But going back really quick to the atmosphere last night, Brady and I got down to the stadium a little bit earlier than normal because it was a little bit of a later game. And the moment you entered the parking lot, heck, the moment you were coming over the connector, you could just feel the energy really radiating from Albertsons Stadium, and a fun atmosphere. The crowd got there early. I mean, like, the stadium was almost completely full, probably 10, 15 minutes before kickoff. Usually it seems like it almost takes that first quarter to fill out Albertsons Stadium, but the lights, the scoreboard, the sound system, it all was awesome last night.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to the student section as well. One of their best showings in a long time. Like we've been saying, they had to wait for it, the last FBS team to make their home opener, but it is clear, though, people wanted to see guys like Ashton Jeanty. They wanted to see this new look Boise State offense. A ton of fun. It really makes the atmosphere so much more than just a blue painted field.
36,972, the largest crowd for a home opener in Albertsons Stadium history, and the 4th largest ever in Albertsons Stadium history. We'll see if they can continue to push that. Now, I know one talking point was Ashton Jeanty didn't play in the second half. You all have absolutely nothing to worry about. This was part of basically maybe workload management for that matter. Ashton played almost every single offensive snap against Oregon. Yesterday, he played the first half, was really, really productive, and then Spencer said, hey, rest up, big fella. We got a big one on next Saturday on the blue against Washington State.
Yeah, and I don't think what he did in that first half hurts his Heisman hopes at all. I know people probably wanted to see him run for 600 yards against Portland State, but that's not going to prove anything to the voters. In the end, I mean, he continues to have a ridiculous yards per carry, broke 100 once again, and nearly broke off a 70-yard touchdown run there. They just barely caught him at the very end.
300-yard games in 3 games this season. He's averaging over 10 yards per carry. He leads the FBS in rushing yards per game. He's going to be just fine.